Hey everyone, it's Kristen and welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are having an awesome day. So for today's video, we are back in Sulani doing something a little bit beachy and tropical. So I have been wanting to sit down and do one of these starter homes for a while, and I finally ended up having a little bit of time to do this. So you guys will be able to download this in the gallery. Just make sure that you are using my username or hashtag KrystinMyrieXo, and of course you're going to want to have your move objects on as well. So I really enjoyed doing this one, you guys, because it is the first time that I have been able to really sit down and play around with the new world edit object. So that is something you guys will be able to now find in your game. You're just going to want to make sure that you have your show hidden objects cheat on, and then you're also going to want to put on your show live edit objects. So you are still going to need to have both of those cheats on. I know that a lot of people were talking about not being able to find them, but you do still need to have both of those cheats on to find them. So one thing that I really want to see them switch up with this update, because I am so in love with the items, but one thing that I am finding is that it is really hard to find the items, because when we watched the live stream, oh my gosh, when did they have their live stream? Last week or so. But on the live stream, they were pointing out the fact that they had these world icons that is like very similar to the pack icons, and those are not there. So you really have to have your eyes peeled and really get the hang of the menu. And you guys, it is definitely going to take me quite a while to find my way around there. The only thing that I do know is when you type in debug, at the top of the menu is where a lot of the plants that I really love are. So there's like a lot of hanging baskets that I'm like in love with. And then there is like some grass pieces. There is that wisteria tree, which, oh my God, I kind of want to base like a whole entire build specifically off of that wisteria tree. There also is a couple of the wisteria garlands that are like over top of archways and stuff as well. So I didn't really want to go too crazy with the items. Like I didn't want to make it look messy or anything like that. But one thing I definitely needed to use immediately was those hanging baskets. I have like begged the Sims forever to have like hanging baskets. So you guys know that is basically the inspiration from this whole entire build, is the hanging baskets. Like how freaking crazy is that? So I also really wanted to make this a beautiful like gardeny tropical exterior, and I didn't really want to overdo it too much. So the other thing that I have really been loving is the, oh my gosh, it's like the little I don't know what you would call it, a workhorse table that has all of the mailboxes on them. So I definitely want to play around with that a little bit more and see what I can do for like community builds, where I think it's so beautiful and country looking, because those are actually something you see a lot of on lake roads around here. So like if you go down to the lake where like a lot of people have like summer homes and stuff, you will see those multiple mailboxes together, and they're just so freaking cozy and inviting. So that is something that I have been able to kind of get the hang of being like at the bottom of the menu. So like I said, I really wish that there was a way that we could filter it. So when you are in the menu, whether it is debug menu or if you were just like looking for items per pack, you can click the debug menu, and you also can click like certain packs to kind of filter it. If you even want to do like different colors for like swatches and stuff as well, you can do that. So one thing that I really would love to see The Sims do in an update, and it's actually something that I use a lot in like the other games that I use. If you guys don't know, I actually have another channel where I play like Roblox and Minecraft and all of that stuff. But one thing that I do use a lot over there is the favorites menu. And I feel like the Sims team could really, like it would really come in handy if you were able to maybe like star an item or flag an item and have like your own specific favorites menu that you can just like click it, even if it is not just debug menu items. Like if you have certain wallpapers that you love, or even specific to like build and buy, if you have like certain clutter items or wall paintings and stuff like that. Like how freaking cool would it be to actually be able to make your own filters. I think it definitely would come in handy, and more specifically to the new hidden world objects. So like I said, I definitely am going to be playing around with it a lot more, just because there's like kind of an endless amount of builds that I want to do now. Like I definitely want to do a bunch of country builds specific for those like new wooden fencings. I did actually start another home using those, and then it kind of ended up becoming a mansion. So I was like, okay, wait, we need to like calm down a little bit. So I'm definitely going to go back and finish that one. And yeah, the only thing is about that little wharf that I tried to use, I do need to play around with that a little bit more, just to see if I raise up the terrain paint, if it will interfere with like how it places on the ground. Because I don't want to like make a hill to make it even with the ground and then have it like raise up or anything like that. So this is definitely a tiny home, but it is not one of like the micro tiny homes. So even though this is a full bathroom, 1 bedroom, it is still pretty tiny. Like, I don't know if you would be able to like fit in a child in here, just because like, unless you change the bedroom to 1 single twin size bed, I guess you would have place to put like 2 beds in there if you wanted to have like a mom living with like a daughter, or just like a parent, I guess, with a child. Anyone that you wanted to be here. It definitely is really small. I mean, one thing that you could use as a workaround is you could place a tent out in like the yard area. So there's not really that much of a yard area, because this is one of those lots in Sulani where you basically just have like a quarter of the lot on sand, and then the rest of it is just kind of like waterfront. And those are definitely my favorite ways to build, is on those lots, just because I feel like I have waited so long for this pack. So I've definitely been enjoying that. And yeah, so one of the other things that I feel like I am obsessed with in New World objects is all of the florals and the greenery. Like I feel like it just gives us enough stuff that we can finally fill up the gardens. I mean, we have like so many even types of grass. I feel like nobody would really enjoy this voiceover unless you're a builder, because I mean, we're gonna discuss grass, but I mean, there's definitely a lot of like garden filler in there. And you guys, there's like 2 or 3 new window boxes as well. There's also 3 hanging baskets, which you guys will be seeing me kind of alternate around. And I can say that one of my favorite things about like all of the hanging baskets is how the wisteria tree has like those hanging purple, like I don't know, are they called blossoms? I don't know exactly what you would call it, but they actually match one of the swatches of the window boxes and one of the swatches of the hanging baskets. So you will be able to kind of make it look like your Sims are gardening on their own, and maybe they're like putting their own wisteria in the boxes and planters. So that is one thing that I picked up on. At first I thought it was like feathers. Not gonna lie, over in the hanging basket I was like, what the heck is that? It almost looks gray. But I kind of would have loved to have seen it be a little bit darker purple, but I'm not complaining, because I feel like we almost received a clutter pack. I don't know if you guys have been here for a while. You would probably hear me kind of go on about begging the Sims to release a pack of clutter. And I'm kind of feeling a little bit like we actually did get that. I still want a clutter pack for like interiors with like missing sneakers and wallets and remotes, controls, and all of that kind of stuff. But yeah, I definitely feel like we did get a little bit of a taste of clutter when it comes to this pack and all of the vehicles as well. So that is one thing I did definitely kind of hold back on, because I kind of just wanted to place a car here, but it didn't fit, and I definitely knew it would have like stood out. So you will be seeing those in some builds. I know that a lot of people are kind of like opinionated when it comes to vehicles that are just for like the design in The Sims, because they are not actually functional. So I, as a builder in me, I just really like it for the decoration, because I feel like it definitely adds a lot of character to the home, especially if you use like one of the trucks and then you like add a bunch of stuff onto the back of it, if it's like moving boxes or anything like that. So if you guys do not like the archways for the doors, I just kind of did that because for me personally, when I was building this, I had a sim in mind that was like single living here, so I did have like the doors open, but you definitely are free to change those up when you place this. So if you just want to have like the doors that actually close, so in case you have, you know, guests over for entertaining, you don't really have to feel, especially when it comes to the bathroom. But like I said, I just kind of wanted to switch it up a little bit, and I thought it was kind of cute because this home is so tiny. But the good news is the kitchen actually has a lot of space, so I did make sure to leave one of the counters completely empty so you don't have to worry about not having the space to like prepare meals or anything like that. And there also is a really adorable little kitchen table or like a little kitchenette over in front of the window. So one other thing, I really wanted to make sure every extra wall in this home had a window. So you will see an overabundance of windows in the bedroom, and that's fine. Because it is tropical, I mean, if you lived here, you definitely would want to have full-on views of that ocean water because it's like so blue and beautiful, and you might even catch a sight of a mermaid. But anyways, you guys, that is everything for today's build. I really hope that you guys did enjoy. Make sure to give this a very big thumbs up. It always lets me know you guys did enjoy. And of course, if you have not already, make sure to subscribe with notifications on. And hopefully I'm gonna see you all next time. Bye guys.